saw a UFO. I was out playing with a group of friends in our apartment complex when all of a sudden we noticed this mysterious gray thing in the sky that could only be described as an unidentified flying object. It flew over the tall buildings in the horizon and quickly disappeared from sight. And after it disappeared, we just stood there, speechless for a while, trying to wrap our heads around what we had just seen. And then, realization, we had just seen a UFO, an alien spaceship. And that is what I told my parents that night. Did they believe me? No. And that devastated me then, but in retrospect, who would have? But why? Why are we inclined to be skeptical when we hear someone make such a claim? Well, it's because they're better than that. We know that the chances that such a claim is true is so unimaginably small. Just think about it. Those aliens, if they do exist, when they're out looking for a planet to send their spaceship to, they must have chosen this specific planet out of the estimated 400 billion planets that are in the galaxy. They also must have chosen this particular galaxy out of the estimated 125 billion galaxies that exist in the observable universe. Multiply those together and you will find that the chances that an alien civilization will pick our particular planet for exploration is roughly equal to 1 in 5 times 10 to the 22nd power. That is 0.000000000, 12 more zeros after that, 2%. Now, the point is, when we think about whether or not we should believe this claim about alien spaceships, what we're doing is we're mentally evaluating the validity of that claim. We use logic, critical thinking, and prior knowledge to decide upon the believability of this claim. And from that, we can draw our own conclusions about that claim. And this whole thought process is basically what scientific literacy is really about. It's the ability to, when faced with a problem, to draw upon scientific knowledge to formulate questions and to draw correct conclusions purely based on evidence. But now you might say, okay, but why is this scientific literacy thing important? Why should we care about being scientifically literate? Well, in short, it's because it's so that we can make better decisions in life. You see, we as humans get to make decisions every day on a myriad of different personal issues, ranging from should I be afraid of airplanes, or should I buy lottery tickets, to should I throw away or eat this week-old lasagna. And our decision-making isn't limited to these seemingly trivial day-to-day questions such as these. Living in a democratic society, we also sometimes get to make decisions that directly affect the lives of other people. For example, which presidential candidate should I vote for? Should I advocate for or against nuclear energy? Should our government invest more or less in astronomical research? These are all questions that in a democratic society, everyone has the power to answer, and that includes people who believe the earth is flat, who believe pandemics are a lie made up by the government, who believe scientists are scammers, and who believe global warming is only a hoax. These people all have the right to vote upon important national issues that impact everybody, and therefore it is crucial that citizens have a basic level of scientific literacy, such that they are able to make good, informed decisions. However, it is the sad truth of our society that there is an abundance of people that are scientifically illiterate. For example, there is a study conducted by the National Science Foundation that investigated the level of scientific knowledge in American adults. In it, participants were asked if they knew that the Earth revolved around the sun. And the results were worrying, to say the least, because 25% of responders did not know that fact. 40% thought that humans and dinosaurs lived during the same time period. And 52% of American adults did not know that humans evolved from animal species. Now, fine. You might say, okay, fine. People lack basic scientific knowledge. That should be easy enough to fix, right? We just have to improve the school system to better educate students, and then we will have a scientifically literate population, right? Because scientific literacy is improving the school system will improve the level of scientific knowledge, but that doesn't necessarily mean it improves scientific literacy. Because scientific literacy is really about how your brain is wired for thought, how you're programmed to think critically and objectively. And that's often the hard part. Even trained professional scientists sometimes aren't truly scientifically literate because sometimes they're biased, and that can lead them to draw unobjective conclusions. And that is the main thing that the scientific process aims to eliminate. By subjecting a theory or a study to constant peer review and criticism, any biases or inconsistencies will be ironed out, letting scientists step closer to achieving the objective truth. Now, scientific literacy is a hard thing to achieve. But when you, after a long training period, finally get there, you will have gained a new cosmic perspective of viewing the world around you that you will not have been able to have before. And from that, you will be able to make better decisions in life, for the good of self and for others.